Welcome to the stream. How are y'all doing?
You know, doing.
We're here.
That's the important part.
Well,
Barely.
who would like to give an in-character recap?
Oh.
I'm feeling Alice today, actually.
Oh.
Who would like to do
Alright.
it? She says, and then volunteers someone.
I was
I've
a
been
teacher mood
voluntold.
right there.
On our
Always
last
voluntold.
adventure, we emerged from several different visions to find ourselves facing down with Alistair McGrath. After a bit of talk, some slinging of words, actions were finally taken as a force cage was dropped down upon most of the party, separating Atlas from the group. More talk then went on as Leona attempted to talk down the situation. Atlas instigated the situation and was also offered to take Lorekeeper and walk away. As he tried to capitalize upon that, he used his monk-like speed to try to attack Alistair, only to find that he was not actually there. After such things, Alexander began to cast spells within the force cage just to antagonize Alistair. When Alistair reached inside of the force cage to dispel it, his hand was grabbed and immediately chopped off, effectively starting combat. After that happened, a lot of things went down as Atlas squared off with... What was her name again?
Kareem.
Kareen, there we go. Squared off with Kareen, took a little bit of damage and jumped around a bit. Eldon paced within the cage. Kesra was speechless at seeing Kareen, and Leona and Alexander continued to try to talk their way out of the situation. After some hard-fought battles, Alistair was damaged enough to where he got beaten quite a bit. The force cage finally dropped after about an hour between talking, fighting, and then the team pretty much, after dropping in health, being brought back up, dropping in health, Atlas went down, Leona came out, saved Atlas, stopped all of the fighting to where Atlas started the fighting again by choking Alistair, flipping him, presenting him prone to Eldon, who then began to wail upon him. And then he teleported away, only to have a gate open up and someone's mother appear, as that is who you're being ransomed for. What was her name again?
Venvir.
Venvir. Once Venvir showed up, all fighting seemed to stop until a very angry Alexander sucked the last of the life out of Alistair, consuming his soul, and leaving us bewildered and injured.
Very good. Our scene is now at the very end of this fight. Atlas, Alexander, Alice and Alexander have gone through this telescope, which will transport you to wherever you would desire, which they have decided is Wolfcrest. Has Leona gone through as well? Leona, Eldon, and Kessera and Kareen were supposed to go through. When it became Kareen's turn, she decided to go home. I told Kessera that she would find her again one day. Leaving Kessera, Leona, and Eldon to catch up with their friends. Correct me if I'm wrong, but do the three of you go to Wolfcrest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before we do, I would like to, first of all, as soon as Kareen disappears, I will reach for Kessera's hand. And I will lead her over to the telescope. If I look into this telescope, it takes me anywhere?
You can see anywhere.
So can I see our airship?
Yes.
So
Focus
I will
on it,
look
yeah.
at I will look, and I will, while I'm still looking, cast message to Kessera. And I will say, if you need some time and space, we could take the airship and meet them in Wolfcrest.
After about a second, you hear out loud, I don't care.
I will give her hand a squeeze, and I'll take us to Wolfcrest.
Okay. Alden, you go through as well?
Before I do, like, you say you can look through it and see
Anywhere.
specific things?
You can certainly try. As you look through, what do you think about?
Well,
Nothing forms. You get the impression that it needs to be a place and not a person.
they're in Zendaria, right? That's where they were.
Yes.
That then.
Your vision focuses on Zandaria, and you see from maybe a couple hundred feet in the air, smoke, fire, flame, a camp of a battalion, several battalions set up outside the city, and even more soldiers inside. Make an intelligence check that is with advantage, because you would... Yeah, make it with advantage. Just a general intelligence check.
Ten.
As far as you can tell, it looks like there was a siege. But that the siege has been broken.
Close my eyes. Grit my teeth. And I focus on Wolfcrest and go through.
Atlas and Alexander, the two of you arrive outside of the bustling city of Wolfcrest. It's mid-afternoon here. You look up and the city is in front of you. It's a beautiful city, and as you look up, you see this city is long. It's built on one main road, and at the very top of this hill that crests up towards the mountains is the keep. People are going about their days. You are just outside of the edge of town. And it takes a little while, but very soon your friends appear behind you. What would you like to do?
Collapse. Kind of holding my arm.
I'm going to help hold Alexander up.
Probably find somewhere to stay.
I don't care about staying. We need to get to Zytharia if I have any chance of keeping this damn thing.
Let's go then. So we go towards the main keep, the castle.
Okay. Would you like to do any sendings or messages to find Zytharia?
I have the spell slots.
I don't have any spell slots either. I can cast message over and over again as we walk through the streets. I mean, how far away is it from? How far away are we from the castle?
It's like a 20-minute walk.
Can you make the walk? Can he make the walk? Okay. Do we know if she will? I mean, do you know if she'll need anything ready?
I don't have any idea. It was one of the areas that I didn't particularly pay too much attention to when I was studying with my older brother.
What level is sending?
3rd.
God. I mean,
Do it.
yeah, I'm gonna cast sending.
How many levels of exhaustion are you taking?
2.
Okay.
I mean, I probably already feel like I have 2 levels of exhaustion, so what's the difference? So I will cast sending. So I'll pause. Because I do think, because it is expending more than I can, it would take a little bit more focus than usual. Hi, Zytharia. It's Leona. We are in need of serious medical assistance. Perhaps reattaching a limb. We are heading towards the castle. Be there soon.
There's a small pause before you hear anything back.
You're muted.
You're muted, Camille.
Mother bitch! Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm having struggles with my mic today.
Boo.
Okay. After a while, you hear a gentle voice. What's happened? Are you okay? I can be at the castle in 5 minutes. I'll meet you there.
I'm not gonna try to respond.
Sure.
So, she said she'll meet us there, so hopefully we can figure something out.
That's a handy spell.
Yeah.
Atlas, I'm not in the mood.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Oh, I didn't even get it. I'm tired.
Leona, as the spell, as the energy leaves your body, you feel it take a piece with you. A piece of a large portion of your energy. Everybody watches as Leona's eyes instantly, the areas underneath her eyes instantly darken. Her shoulders hunch. Her normally perfect posture begin to falter. Morgan, Alexander would realize what happened.
He's feeling it too.
After 20 minutes, you begin to make your way through at first, the outer skirts of Wolfcrest, and then the warehouse districts and the business districts and the artisan districts pass by. Several people stop and stare as you make your way through town.
Do we get any idea why they're staring?
Well, one of
I'm
you is
covered in blood and
I mean-
missing an arm.
I mean, that's fair.
covered in blood and missing an arm. You look like
I mean,
hell.
yeah, we all look pretty beat.
Yeah, I forgot that we went through hell. It's fine. What day is it? Who are we? Oh, yeah, we're probably leaving a mess. I can't clean it.
As you approach the castle, a very familiar tiefling runs out of the front gates to greet you. Zaitharia is you see the familiar side of the long black horns, the bright white hair, that silver hair that trails down to her waist, bright red glowing eyes, sallow charcoal skin. Alexander, oh my goodness! What happened?
A fight went poorly.
Oh, I see that. Come here. Come inside. Let's go. Oh, goodness gracious. How long has it been?
Only 20-ish, 30-ish minutes.
Oh my goodness, you are burning up. She'll take you all inside. The gates close behind you with a loud thunk. Zaitharia takes you through this main courtyard, up through this obsidian palace. This obsidian keep. It's less of a palace and more of a keep. That's built into the rocky, mountainous, northern White Cliffs. Just over the right side, you can see that the far side of this castle, at the edge of it, is a cliff that is that has about 1,000-foot fall into the ocean. You can smell the salty air from here. She takes you inside and up into Alexander, what you would know to be a medical ward, hospital wing, and sets you down and she quickly clears out all of the clerics who are currently working and begins to tend to you herself. Muttering and mumbling about replacing hands and how she doesn't like to do it. Generally,
Yes.
you get the idea that she's she's talking to keep you distracted. Finally, she kneels down in front of you and holds her hand out. Do you
Put my arm in her hand.
do you have it with you? The hand?
Yeah. I was probably carrying it, like just
Through the streets.
There's probably a lot
through
of
the
shock
street.
happening.
yeah. There's a lot of shock. I mean, I was probably carrying it because I was kind of the
Just
idea
holding
being
his hand.
that I was basically chilling it with prestidigitation
Oh, that's
to
right.
keep it
Yeah.
fresh.
Okay. Look up towards the ceiling and take a big breath in.
I'm looking right at the arm as I take a
Close
big
your
breath in,
eyes and exhale.
keeping them open, breathing out.
She sticks it back on, and you watch her eyes close, and when they open, they are completely black. She's muttering in Abyssal. She's muttering a prayer to the Raven Queen in Abyssal. And Alexander, can you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Sure. That's an 18.
Okay.
Technically, you get +3 because I guess I'm still there. So,
So 21.
You're alive.
ha
If for those of you who are watching her intently, Zaitharia, you see her brows begin to furrow. as she appears to be struggling for the first time that you've ever seen her with a spell. She takes a big breath in, exhales, and begins to try and cast it a second time. Watch Alexander's skin grow a little sallow, a little more gaunt in his cheeks. And finally,
Alexander, get a grip.
I'm gonna hit Atlas. Not really. Mindy wants to hit Atlas.
finally, you watch as the sinew and tendons and muscle and bone reattach. Alexander, it's unpleasant. An unpleasant feeling.
Mhm.
Quite painful, as you would expect. But it does work.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Zetharia.
Of course. Anything else? You all look exhausted. You should get some rest.
I
Yeah.
think that is in order, yes.
Yeah.
I'll have your rooms made up for you. Or
Thank
some
you.
rooms made up for you. We have another guest, actually.
Oh, who?
Actually, she told me that you all were coming. I think she knows one of you. Her name is Sora.
What?
Yes. I found
Where-
her.
Can you take me to her,
Right now?
please?
Okay, well, sure, I'll take you to her room, and the rest of you, I can get you to your own rooms as well.
Thank you.
Come, Alexander, come on. Here, I'll carry you. You feel
Thank you.
as she places her arms, like her hand under her, you can feel the raw, like, muscle. This tiefling is built. And she's able to basically lift you up without much effort, and takes you all up to the fourth floor. Anyway, I found her on the road to Zandaria. She's actually from Iolan, which is, I recognized her accent, and well, we had a lot to talk about.
I'm sure you did. Can't believe she's here.
Yeah. So, Alexander Kestra, your room is right here.
Okay.
Leona, here's a room for you.
Yeah.
These are the same rooms you stayed in last time. Not but a week ago. Wait, you were in Asburn a week ago.
We were in Asburn.
Right. I know my cities.
It was still not that long time ago.
Eldon, this one's for you.
Thank you.
And Atlas, you can stay here. But if you'd like, I can take you to Sura.
Please.
Okay. Zaitharia gives you like a small nod and takes you to the other, essentially another wing. She's uncharacteristically quiet though, as she walks alongside of you. You see her hands are entwined in front of her, and she walks at a reasonable pace, but maybe a little bit slower now that she's no longer trying to get Alexander to a resting place. She finally turns to you. You look exhausted. Is there something I can do for you? Okay.
No. I just need rest and to see Sarah.
How long has it been since you've seen her?
4 years, maybe? It's somewhere around there.
Oh my, that's such a long time.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I should warn you, she's not really in the best condition herself. She had a run-in with some cultists, and so she is a little, beat up.
Well, she can't look worse than I do right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave you to it. Just holler if you need anything, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much for for everything that you've done. You're always so pleasant and so kind.
You know, I understand what it's like to be in all of your shoes. Somewhat, I think, and regardless, I'm happy to help. Truly.
It is greatly appreciated.
She's just to the door over there.
I would like to walk up to the door and
It's quiet. You look behind you and Zaitharia has left. The door creaks open. And standing in front of you is a young woman. Dark black hair falls in gentle waves to her shoulders. Brilliant emerald green eyes. Her standard smirk already affixed to her face, which you can see has been roughed up. She is just about as worse off as you are. She opens the door and you see Suro smile.
It hasn't killed us yet.
I told you that I would see you again.
You did.
I'm so sorry.
And I just want to wrap my arms around her and embrace her. Pull her into the room and close the door.
Zaitharia seems quite impressed with you.
Well, I don't know why. The whole reason we're like this is because I failed, as you told me I would.
I am sorry about that.
It was a learning experience for sure.
You did not fail completely. I mean, you were still alive.
And I have recovered the Lawkeeper.
Very good. Now you see that there is more to be done with it.
So much more. These people that I've fallen in with, they seem to be mostly good people. They are seeking Lawkeeper. They say to save the world.
Do you trust them?
2 of them.
The others?
One seems to have her own struggles internally. The other, I'm not quite sure about after a few revelations. He is also seeking Lorekeeper, and given the magics he dabbles in, I'm not sure if I want to let him anywhere near it.
Well, I trust your judgment, but I am very tired.
Can I rest with you?
You can.
And I would like to kiss her and then cuddle her on the bed.
The rest of you, what are you doing?
As soon as I get in the room, I stand in the middle, start taking off one gauntlet, hold it in my hand, and then fling it as hard as I can at the nearest wall. Same with the next one. Pull off my armor, slam it down as hard as I can, sit on the bed, take a pillow, hold it to my face, and scream.
After that?
I figure I'll sleep eventually.
Kessler and Alexander?
I'm going to turn to Kesra once we're alone in this room. How are you doing, Kesra?
I'm sorry, what?
I can sleep in my my lab. It's fine.
No, it's fine. I think I'm just gonna pass out.
I understand. I'm gonna go up to her and just kind of kiss her on the forehead, and then I'm going to kind of hobble out down to my lab.
Nothing has been disturbed since you left.
I'm going to make sure the door is securely locked. And then I'm just gonna kind of, I figure I have like a small cot or something in here. Go and sit down on the couch, on the cot, and I'm going to then sit down on the floor, just say fuck it, and I'm gonna start setting out the ritual to summon my familiar. And when it's like, once I kind of got it prepared to start working on it, I'm just gonna kind of concentrate, and then just kind of throw caution to the wind and summon my familiar.
What's your familiar's name again? I always forget.
Mr. Grumps.
Mr. Grumps. Mr. Grumps appears, his thin self looking a little worse for wear.
A
Yeah.
little bony. It's fine.
A little bony.
And I'm just gonna kind of curl up in a fetal position with my cat on my cot.
It does not take you long before you, not so much as drift, but fall into unconsciousness.
After Alexander leaves, probably gonna stare at the door for just a little bit too long. Gonna very mechanically start taking off all of my armor, and then I'm going to fall into bed. I'm going to lay there in complete silence for probably about 5 or 6 minutes, and then I will devolve into body shaking sobs. And I will try to be quiet. I will probably fail miserably at it. And I will probably continue to do so until I fall asleep.
Leona.
Do I hear Kestra?
Make a perception check.
And disadvantage. Oh no. 16.
Kate, what do you think?
You probably hear something. And it's probably regular enough that you can discern what it probably is, but you can't distinctly hear that it's sobbing. You just hear something.
I will. But I didn't hear Alexander leave.
Mm-mm.
So. And I will probably, in an attempt to block out that sound, whatever it might be, whatever I am imagining it to be, and I will reach for my circlet. And hi, Ray. It's Leona. It's been a really long day. Was hoping to hear your voice. If you could just respond. That'd be great. I love you. Do I get anything back?
After some time, you begin to fear that, like the rest of your messages, this one has gone unanswered. Leona.
Oh my god.
My love, I'm so sorry. I haven't had the crown.
It's okay.
Leona,
so...
you have to know that I love you more than I could ever tell you. That you are the light in my night sky, and I am so sorry for what I said.
No.
I was angry and upset and jealous.
I think I might have been some of those things too. Are you all right?
I've been better, but...
Are you safe?
Mostly.
That's super reassuring. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Are you safe? Are you alright?
It's a very relative term. No, we're safe. We're safe. It's been a long few weeks, couple of weeks, week. But yeah, we're okay. When am I going to see you again?
I don't know. We've taken the capital.
You took it.
Not the castle yet, though. They're barricaded inside. They've got a magic force field surrounding it. We cannot penetrate it. It's complicated, but this might be where we take our victory. We might not push farther. The people have been liberated, and
So what will you do next?
I don't know. I need to see you.
I would very much like to see you.
Where are you?
Circle it. We're in Wolfcrest for now. We just arrived. I imagine we will be here for a few days.
Okay. I will try to see if I can get there. I might be needed here for a bit longer, but I'll see if I have any
Sure.
mages who can transport me.
Sure, of course. It's so good to hear your voice.
Oh God, Leona, I'm so sorry.
You can be sorry, Light. I'm just so glad you're okay.
You have no idea how badly I wish I was there right now.
I think I might.
Leona, I don't know how to say this. It's nothing bad. Don't worry. It's not like that. I don't mean to cause you
Okay.
anxiety. I'm just...
Sure, it's fine. It's been a really relaxing day for me, so this is fine.
Why
Yeah.
don't I believe that?
You're going to be here soon, and I can tell you. What did you need to tell me?
Apollyon is no longer disguised as my mother. The people have... They know they know his treachery now.
That's good, right?
I'm the sovereign of the Empire now. Officially.
Is this your way of telling me I need to find a fancier way to propose to you?
No, love, no. God, no. Why are you like this?
I've missed you so much.
I'm trying to say... I'm not ready, Leona. And my mother is still alive. And she's in the hells. And I want to go get her.
Okay, so I don't exactly know what that looks like, especially with what... It's fine. I've got a long list.
I want to settle things here as best I can. And then,
Okay.
if you and Kesra and Alexander and Eldon will come with me, we can go rescue her.
I mean, I can add it to my list. I mean, actually, I think that was already on my list, so I think I can move it up the list.
You are something absolutely extraordinary. I love you, darling.
I love you.
I have to go.
I should probably go sleep a bit.
Yes, get rest. Message me when you wake up first thing. Promise.
I promise.
All right. Rest well, love.
Good night.
You all benefit from a long rest.
Thank goodness.
And as you do, you level up.
Yes! Victory!
Leona.
Oh, that is... What?
Leona. As you drift off into sleep,
Oh, wait. Okay. You know, I was real excited.
you drift off into slumber. Oh, where is it?
I just want to level up. Oh, shoot. Mm-hmm.
You find yourself surrounded by stars. Floating in a sea of something, keeping you aloft. A sea of nothing even. You feel at ease, not like when you're in the abyss.
Okay, good.
And then suddenly in front of you there is a bright light. And you see a face in that light. And a long mane of red hair that looks like fire. It's the Everlight, Leona.
I will. I will try to curtsy.
Shh. Love.
I'm a lady.
Love. My sweetest Leona. You have gone through so much.
It's been a few trying days, weeks.
You've never had it easy, even when you thought you did. This newfound power comes with a terrible curse.
I'm learning that.
I wish to give you something. You watch as she reaches in to the light in her chest and pulls out a perfect diamond. Her form moves closer to yours. She brushes a bit of hair out of your face, takes the diamond, places it between your eyes. It's bright. It's so bright it hurts to even look at. But as you feel it touch your skin, there's a moment of clarity. There is a moment in death. You have around maybe a minute or more or less to pull a soul back into its body. You can revive your fallen friends in combat. If you can get to them in time.
Thank you. Thank you. How close is she?
Very.
I'm gonna try to hug her. That's not very late. It's fine.
As you wrap your arms around this almost incorporeal form, it's like the warmth of comforters at night when you go to bed. It's like a Rayo's embrace. It's like the gentle soothing of Lord Richard Kentigern when you were sick. It's like coming home. You feel a pair of lips brush against your head. My dearest Leona, I have faith in you. You can handle what is to come. That I promise. I know that you will make me proud.
I'll certainly try. Thank you.
Close your eyes. Go to sleep. And when you wake, all will be better.
I will do as she says.
You drift off into sleep again,
And I level up.
and you level up. You can cast Revivify without expending a spell slot once per 30 days, without material components. You have Sarenrae's blessing.
I can hear Kate.
Atlas.
Yes.
Do you fall asleep? I'm assuming you sleep.
Yes. I definitely sleep.
When you wake, you see that Sura is already doing her morning prayers. And this is a rather large room. You see 4-poster bed, wardrobe in the corner. She's out on the balcony. You can see she's in a shift gown. Her hair pulled back into a small braid, or a braid down her back. Through this, you see that she has acquired new scars. You see purposeful runes carved into her back, written in Infernal. Do you speak Infernal? Or do you read Infernal?
I do not.
Okay. They look fresh. Within the last 60 days, you'd imagine.
Hmm.
What do you do?
I would like to walk up to her from behind and gently put my hand upon her back and kiss the scars. Seems you've acquired some new scars as well.
Yes. New scars and new powers.
When we were younger, I didn't completely understand the depths of your powers. But There's another. She's like you. Her name is Leona.
I have heard of her. You speak of
She's-
her with fondness.
She's special.
Mm. She reaches up and she gives you a kiss and looks
Oh.
back. Does she reciprocate your feelings?
That has not been talked about yet.
Well, monogamy is the common practice here, but you, as always, are free to do as you wish.
I know, my love. Anyone special for you?
Perhaps. Yes. Very special. His name is Kendall. He is an elven man, a wood elf. He is quite special. When I looked at him, I saw something else at first. Someone else. Large raven wings were on his back. He has a part to play in this too.
It would seem all the players are gathering.
So it would seem.
I had a choice. After I retrieved Lorekeeper, I could have returned home.
You did not.
Something about these people, this quest. I feel like I'm more needed here at the moment. And when I was thinking it, all I could hear in the back of my head was you telling me that I would die on this continent. And if I went home, I could somehow avoid all of that. But that's not something I can do. There's something bigger going on here. There's a darkness creeping over the world, and if I have a chance to help shed light into it, then it is what I must do. I've gained friends and allies. Leona saved me. When I was on the ground, my life draining from me, I saw you. And when I awoke, I saw her. So many feelings. I had a vision while I was in the tower. You were in that vision.
Would you
You-
like to tell me about it?
Would you like to hear about it?
It depends. What did I do?
You asked me to come away with you, to walk away from these people. And when I refused, you stabbed me in the chest.
Oh. She reaches up and touches.
I keep her hand on my chest. I was forced to strike you, but I did not kill you.
What magic was this?
I'm not entirely certain, but we were in a wizard's tower. And the necromancer there was
Which
quite
wizard's
powerful.
tower?
The wizard we were after was Alistair McGrath, but the tower was much older.
Was it in Talira?
Yes, it was. Why do you ask?
That's where I saw you die.
Are you saying I've started a new fate? I have beaten one of your visions.
Was there a woman standing over you? A woman with dark skin and dark hair, dead eyes, great sword.
Yes,
And she did not kill you.
she did not. Wasn't for lack of trying.
You did it. You did it. You beat my vision.
They are not written in stone.
They are not, and that might mean that we are not doomed to die on this continent. I can
We
be
shall-
wrong.
You can. We shall live. You, I, those close to us. There's a future for all of us now.
So it would seem. Morgan. Alexander, you wake up the next day. All of you don't wake up until the next day. What would you all like to do?
Probably first thing I'm doing is sending to I'll send a sending to my mom.
What does it say?
Hello, Mother Dearest. I'm all right, but we've been through a lot. I would appreciate knowing that you and the family are all right.
After a moment or so, you receive a response. It's so good to hear from you. We are all right. We miss you. Take care, son.
And I'm just going to take a moment to just let out a long, deep sigh. I'm just going to turn to Mr. Grumps. I didn't kill them. It really was a vision. Thank God for that. All right. Business. And I'll do a sending to Captain Burkhart.
Okay.
Hello, Captain. We seem to take you places and then leave you there. We had to leave the tower expeditiously. We're back in Wolfcrest. I suggest you leave.
Well, All right.
She hates us. She hates us.
All right. Well, see y'all soon.
And then get up and just kind of start. Well, before I unlock the door, I will kind of stroke Mr. Grumps and say, I'm sorry, but we're still in a place that I can't have you out regularly. I'll see you soon. And
He gives you a little nudge.
then I will dismiss him as he kind of blows away into ash. Open my door and start to kind of wander around the castle and find my friends.
What are your friends doing?
Eldon woke up and just started looking at his armor and is going to start cleaning it and repairing it. Just going through the motions.
Atlas would like to go and find Leona.
As soon as I'm awake, I am messaging Ray. He said to.
What do you say?
Good morning.
Is that it?
I love you.
Wait, is that it?
I mean, I feel like if I'm using... It's Leona! I
Thank
feel
you.
like you know it's Leona! Hi. Ray. It's Leona. Your fiance... No, I don't say that. Good morning. I love you. I don't know why I'm counting. Hope you have a good day. Okay. Okay, bye.
Good morning, my love. I dreamt of your beautiful hair last night. Those eyes that light up the world.
I dreamt about stars. And the Everlight? I'm pretty sure I gave her a hug.
You would.
She's very good at hugs.
So are you.
All right.
Have a good day, my love.
You too.
Goodbye.
Bye. I will start to... I figure at some point I'm going to have to try to... in my head, I forget that she's not actually a Disney princess. So I'm probably going to take some time to brush my hair. So that's probably going to take a hot minute. So come find me at your leisure, Atlas.
Atlas, you find Leona. Is your door open or closed, Leona?
I probably...
Oh gosh, that music is very serious.
It's fine. We're just living our best lives. I would probably, before I start... Actually, that's not true. I think, first of all, what's my hair looking like?
It's a mess.
Okay, great. Color-wise, what's it looking like?
Normal.
Oh, goody. Great. I'm much less angry now. Fantastic. Okay. So I'm going to be brushing this mess. And every so often, my arms get tired because it's a lot. It's a lot. So I will, every time I get tired, I'll put my head in the hole. And I'll look around and I'll see if anybody else is awake or moving around.
You see Atlas first.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am feeling still a little tired, but much better. How about you?
The physical scars are healed. The other ones may take some time. Yeah, let me help you with that. And I take the hairbrush and start brushing her
Okay.
hair.
Yep. I have a lot of hair. But look, it's the right color now.
Kind of like the other one as well.
Is anyone else awake?
I haven't seen anyone yet. I kind of just came looking for you. I wanted to talk, if that's all right.
Sure.
I wanted to thank you for saving me.
You are very welcome. I feel as though I might somewhat owe you that since I also tried to kill you last week.
You more tried to kill Eldon than me.
Well, he was closer. So. But I'm pretty sure if I had succeeded, I then would have also tried to kill you, if only for a few more moments. So. Not to say that I wouldn't have saved you if I hadn't tried to kill you last week, but I feel as though we are. Yes, I'm glad you're okay.
I'm quite all right. But really, it means a lot to me that after such a short time that traveling with you, that you would risk your own life for mine.
I mean, it's kind of what friends do, right?
Indeed,
I mean, I know
is.
we haven't known each other for that long, but I mean, you've been kind and helpful, and I mean, you must like us a little bit because you decided to stay.
Well, I've got several reasons to stay.
Well, I'm glad you decided to. So?
I know that you are attached to someone.
Yes. I'm engaged. I accidentally proposed.
Oh.
I mean, it wasn't an accident, but it wasn't meant to be a formal proposal. I thought he had proposed, but he hadn't, and it was very embarrassing, so I just proposed. Because that's the appropriate thing to do.
You're adorable.
I am glad to be alive today. I'm glad that all of you are alive today. Night always ends with dawn, so I know I should have seen today coming, but for a little bit it got hard to see. But dawn arrived, so.
It has. A new day is here. Well, I would just like to let you know that I think you're special in many different ways. And thank you for your friendship and whatever else may come. Also, have you ever met another oracle?
Yes, actually I have. I met her. She still have wanted posters up. Okay. Andromeda Skyseeker, actually. I think there's something going on with her and my mother. Don't tell anyone I told you that, though.
My lips are sealed. Well, I have someone I would like you to meet. Perhaps at breakfast, when the time is right.
Okay.
She's also very special to me and very much like you.
That could mean a lot of things.
It can. And he kisses her on the forehead and walks out the room.
Oh.
And bumps into Alexander.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you feeling?
A little better.
Everything working the way it should?
I mean, as far as I can tell so far, I haven't done too much in the way of experimentation with it, but feeling better yourself?
Hmm. Yes. It's amazing what talking with someone can do for you.
Yes, it is.
Eldon?
Hmm.
You wake up in the morning?
Hmm.
They do.
Yeah, just fixing my armor.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
You hear this conversation happening out in the hallway.
I'm just focused.
Kestra.
Well, I've always been a late sleeper, and I'm definitely not going to stop now. Everyone's already done something this morning, so I'm sure I've woken up by now. I will probably come out of my room at the end of Atlas and Alexander's conversation. I am not wearing my armor. I do not have my sword. I look like I am experiencing the worst hangover of my life right now. And I just kind of, morning, and I head downstairs for breakfast.
That is
I think
one
I'm
of
going to
few
follow
words.
suit.
I would like to go and retrieve Sarah and then go down to breakfast.
Easy enough. Eldon, do you join them? Okay.
Okay. No, I'm gonna go knock on his door. Eldon,
It's open.
I will walk in. We're all heading down for breakfast if you want to join us.
What time is it?
10:30.
Late
Shit.
morning?
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Just fix some armor. I kind of broke it.
I can help you. I will step forward and I will cast mending. A little bit. Does it help?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
I need to eat. You're right.
We're all headed down, so I'll give you a minute and I'll see you downstairs.
Okay.
I'll leave.
I wait till I hear her footsteps or down the hall, and I'll get up and go.
Okay. Breakfast is served for you all downstairs. It's a breakfast just for you late sleepers. It's as if somebody knew that you were going to be a little tired. Spread of various meats and cheeses, fruits, a few vegetables, breads, butters. All of it made here in the castle. Servants will attend to you. It's a long dining hall with just one single table with chairs on either side. There's about 8 seats.
sit down next to Kesra
I will also
and just kind of start to tuck in.
I'm gonna sit across from Kesra.
I'll sit next to Leona with Sura to my other side.
As Sarah walks in, you all see a familiar face. Sarah is the spitting image of the Empress. But much, much, much younger and a bit more robust. The Empress, you've all seen her visage. She is a tall, thin, kind of almost a gaunt woman with very regal posture. This girl is in her early 20s or mid 20s, and she has wavy, a bit thicker black hair, but still curly, and the same bottle green eyes as Areo and Annalena.
Oh, everyone, I would like to introduce you to Sarah.
Hello.
She is one of my partners from back home and a longtime friend.
I'm gonna look at Eldon to make sure I'm not going crazy.
Is everyone all right?
What did you say your last name was?
Strictly speaking, I do not really have one.
But hypothetically speaking, if you did, would it potentially be
Massier? Yes.
Yeah.
My grandfather was a bastard. Sent off to Iolin for punishment.
Am I missing something?
Do you know the royal family?
I know of them, yes. I have spent a little bit of time
I
studying
can't
them.
hear you.
Oh, sorry. I have spent a little bit of time studying them.
Do they know you?
Not yet. I didn't want to impose. It's hard to approach someone and tell them that you are family without it, especially in a position of power, without it seeming like you are wanting something, and that is the last thing that I want.
That's funny.
Atlas, I never really talked to you about this. I guess I have not seen you since it's really developed, but do you know that there is a royal family here in, sorry, that was more there. Do you know that there's a royal family here in the Empire? And,
I mean, I've heard. Not strictly familiar.
well, my grandfather was was a twin.
Are you royalty?
No. He was, though. His title was stripped from him. His brother, did not like what he was doing, so he declared him a bastard child and had him removed from the line of succession.
Well,
Regardless, it's nice to meet you all. I'm so sorry I did not catch any of your names.
I'm Leona.
Hello, Leona. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Alexander Lightbringer.
Pleased.
Eldon.
Hello, Eldon.
This is Kesra.
Hi.
Hi. She gives you a long look, Kesra.
I can't hear you.
What? What is happening?
We heard that.
Kesra, she gives you a long look. And then she looks back at you, Atlas. And then begins to eat her food. I hear that you have had a long evening.
Yes, it was quite the day. First, we were greeted by an explosive welcome, and then a parasite decided to try and trick us all by putting images in our minds that weren't real.
Yes, Atlas told me that he saw me try to kill him. Oof.
Yes, it showed me and my family all as undead things, and I had to kill them.
Oh, I am so sorry, Alexander. That sounds traumatic.
It was not pleasant.
Oh my goodness.
But it was just a vision. I don't know what spell he used to do it, but it wasn't real.
Sure. None of it was.
Yes, I'm sure. I my vision started and I saw one of my mentors. He promised me everything I ever wanted. But when I questioned him with some very simple questions, it admitted that it wasn't real.
Did I tell
And
you I
then
wasn't real, Atlas?
No, but I could tell. I know you.
and then after that it shifted. Some form of punishment for not giving in. What did you see, dear?
Stuff Paler.
The god, Pelor.
He offered to let me leave. I told him to fuck off.
That seems to be a recurring theme.
Yeah.
Leona?
And I fought that vampire.
Oh, my goodness.
That one from the house again.
It
Leona,
wasn't real.
what did you see? If you don't mind, I mean, it's none of my business. I'm sorry. I am just curious.
I'm just gonna stare at Kesra.
I don't notice.
I notice.
Well, this is a light-hearted breakfast.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was going to say. Oh, excuse me.
Yes, well. We technically won, but it didn't feel like it.
I know how that feels.
Even sure if it feels like it today. But we're here. We're alive. We're safe.
We are one step closer to completing the Veldahar.
Sarah gives a little cough.
Are you okay?
So, Leona, remember how I said there was another oracle I wanted you to meet? Gestures at Sarah.
You're an oracle.
Yes. Yes, a very specific kind of oracle. Unfortunately, I am an oracle of calamity. I see war. Conflict. I see
Have
you.
you also...
Go ahead.
So, do you, when you have visions, do you...
Hurt? Yes.
Oh, I wasn't going to say that.
Oh.
What happens when you have visions?
Oracles are cursed for their power.
Yes.
And mine comes from emotions. Feeling what other people are feeling. If I push too far into a vision, I no longer have access to my emotions, or I feel them so intensely that I pass out from pain. As a child, I could not bear to see my friends get hurt. It caused me physical pain to see them suffer, which was very hard considering I grew up in a place where fighting is common.
You ever just go to sleep for a day and then wake up and try to kill people?
No, I could not. I could not.
That's good.
Is that what happened to you, Leona?
Yes. It's only happened once, but the last time, yes.
Do you go somewhere when you suffer a penalty for your visions?
The abyss.
Oh. You go to...
I'm learning abyssal.
You go to the...
Sort of.
Do you actually physically go to the abyss?
I mean, I don't think I physically go. It feels like I'm physically there, but...
And you are a humanoid, and I am assuming that you are not of demonic ancestry, so you probably suffer madness if you go. Spend too much time there. Madness can take many forms.
Yes. I suppose you could call it that. It's certainly what it felt like afterwards, I think.
You must be careful about your powers. They come with a great and heavy price.
Well, yeah.
As the lot of you are sitting down and eating your breakfast, that is where we are going to take a quick break. Tony?
This break is going to be sponsored by our continuing sponsors of Campaign Coins, the makers of awesome gaming gear such as the Devon Rue Compass, these amazing campaign coins that I am using to keep track of my advantages during the game. And they also have some new items out, like the Dungeoneer's paperback bundle. So on the break, make sure you go by and give them some love and check out the paperback bundle. Back to you, Camille.
All right, friends, go and hydrate, stretch, walk around, get some bacon. We will talk to you soon.
Bacon.
Bye.
Bacon.
Welcome back. Mindy, why are you like this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? Friends, what are we doing? The day is yours.
I'm going to wander.
Okay. Where do
I'm
you wander
going-
to?
Going to wander around Wolfcrest until I find the shadiest, dankest, shittiest bar I can possibly find in Wolfcrest.
What is this bar called? Tell us about this bar, Kate.
This bar is called the Broken Bee. And nobody really knows what the B stands for because the sign broke off a long time ago, right after the B. So it could have been anything. And it is tiny. Should have been shut down years ago for health code violations. It is dark, it is smoky, and filled with, there's probably like 3 other people in there that very distinctly do not want to be bothered, which is perfect because she also does not want to be bothered. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the bar, and I'm going to slap down a silver because I may still be out of it, but I am still myself. I'm gonna slap down a silver. Just whatever you've got.
It's what does the bartender look like?
The bartender is a dwarf, probably. The beard is very large, covers about 90% of his face. And you assume that it's a dwarf, but it might just be a really large halfling. Or maybe you're not 100% sure. The beard just takes over just everything. It's not very well kept. Kind of got some things stuck in it. Can't tell if it's stuck in there on purpose or just forgot about it.
You want whatever's on the menu?
Yeah.
Alright, here you go. House ale. You look like you could use it.
Perfect. And that's going to be what I do for the rest of the day.
Atlas would like to find Eldon.
Eldon is in his room cleaning his armor and just maintaining his shit.
I'm pretty sure you've already polished that spot, my friend.
I don't know. Gotta make sure.
Do you want to talk about it?
Well, what?
Whatever is clearly bothering you.
Everything is bothering me, my friend. Everything.
Have you tried letting the waters flow? Can't keep them dammed up.
Yeah, it's funny, every time I've ever tried, it's never worked. So even if I wanted to,
Well, maybe there's something holding you back.
That would not surprise me. I'm probably not privy to what that is. I'll find out in some vision or dream or hell, I don't know.
Why wait? Why not look within yourself?
That is a funny way to put it. You ever meditate? Is that something you do?
That is something I do. Something I've done since I was a child.
Does it help?
It can.
How's it work?
Would you like to try?
Ain't nothing else working, so let's go for it.
All right. Sit. Make yourself comfortable.
I do so.
Relax your body.
Oh, that's a tall order, my friend. Okay.
Let the mind and the body flow as one.
You see his fingers tapping on his knees.
Still your breath. In and out. In and out. Feel your heart rate slowing. Imagine that you are in a forest, and you're walking through this forest, and it's very noisy. Now take all the sounds of the forest and put them aside, and take in the beauty of the nature around you. Find the silence and the calm. You hear water flowing. You walk towards it. You find peace as the sound of the waters drown out everything else around you. You've come across a waterfall. And as you get closer to the waterfall, all you can hear are the sounds of the water hitting the rocks. Let it calm you. The waterfall is you. Look within yourself. You are flowing, but there's something holding you back. I want you to picture a dam. Now picture that dam breaking down bit by bit and flowing down the river from the waterfall. And as each part of that dam breaks and moves, so do you. Let the waters flow. Let the emotions come naturally. Do not hold them back. The torrent may feel like you're going to drown, but know that you have those here that will not let that happen. You're safe. You can let the waters run across you and through you and out of you, and no harm will come to you. How do you feel?
Calm. Calmer.
You can only hold back a raging torrent for so long before it'll tear you apart, my friend. While I'm here, I'm more than willing to be your lifeline.
In your vision, why didn't you kill her?
You saw that.
I saw all of you. Everyone else killed their people, but you didn't.
Because that's what it wanted me to do. It wanted me to lash out at the thing that I loved, at the person that I loved. I wasn't going to give in. I knew that wasn't my Surah. I wasn't going to play their game.
I wasn't given a game to play.
But you were. Your game was to watch everyone else play. And deal with that on your own.
No.
You watched the woman that you have been charged to protect fight her darkest demon. You've watched me face off against the woman I love. Apparently Kesra threw down with her god and told him to fuck off, which is very much like Kesra. And you saw Alexander face off against the fears of his family. And you were helpless to do anything from where you were. That was your test.
See, I don't know how helpless I was. I'm not sure. I can't be sure.
Can you change that at this moment? It's already said and done, my friend. There's no point in dwelling on it.
Does the name Cassis mean anything to you?
Not immediately.
Didn't to me either. I left with a whole lot more questions than I went in with.
Well, then it looks like we need to find some answers for you.
Say Surah's an oracle.
Yes.
I'd like to talk to her at some point.
That can be arranged.
She would make 3 that I've met in my very short time. I was not under the impression there were that many.
Seems like something is gathering players for a great game.
Oh, that's another funny phrasing from you, sir.
I choose to play games on my terms, as you've seen.
Perhaps I will learn how to control that in my own time.
We've got time. But cheer up. Why are you sitting in here polishing your armor?
Well, I was sent on a mission that was supposed to be temporary, became permanent. Left behind the woman I love, expecting to return to her, and now I cannot. She may, for all I know, she's dead right now. And one of the people I was sent to protect has tried to kill me. And you're gonna, I mean, I don't know, maybe you won't think I'm crazy because everything about this whole thing is crazy, but apparently I got a God inside me. I'll just put that out there. Apparently, yeah, tell me about it. Yeah. So I'm running out of compartments.
Looks like it may be time to empty a few of them out.
Oh, yes, I would love to do that.
So let me tell you something. I was sent on a mission that has gone on longer than expected. I failed, and I persevered. The woman I love tried to kill me, and the entire scope of what I have known for my life has changed. We are two peas in a pod, my friend.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
And still we persevere. The duty still remains.
When you were leading me through that forest, all I could see was a big turned over tree and my friend underneath it.
I'm sorry.
So I tried. And I do feel I hadn't thought about that in 20 years.
Maybe it's time to let that go.
I couldn't save him, so I've dedicated my entire life to saving everyone else. I've been pretty good at it so far, but I've never been this close to the edge so often.
You need an anchor, my friend.
I had an anchor. I'm afraid to reach out. I'm afraid I won't get an answer. So I have not reached out.
Then let me be your tether until you find the courage to do so.
I can do that.
Come on, let's go grab the others. I still haven't seen all of this damn cold city.
Cold stone.
Ale,
Ale.
bacon.
Always.
Let's get the others.
I'm already out and about.
What are you doing?
I am. So, DM, how much am I aware of in terms of the delightful blessing that I was just given? How cognizant am I of that? Pretty aware. Like timeline, kind of know it's a 30, like once a month kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay. Does Kessler have the bag of holding?
I have a bag of holding.
Do you have our money?
Yes.
Hmm.
However, I did not take the bag of holding with me.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak into her room.
Yeah, no, I have my own pile of funds. So
I
Very
don't,
small
because
pile.
all my funds were
it's a small pile.
this, since most of this was from the wedding. I'm going to take. Do I know how much diamond worth I would need approximately to do a normal spell casting, since I've seen it twice?
Marshall has taught you, yes.
Okay, So I will collect. That's a lot of gold. Let's take 600 and then let's go see how much money I can make.
Where would you like to go?
I'm just looking for I am looking for a middle of the road, probably bigger, but probably a little more popular, not super fancy, but I'm not living in the shade like Kester right now. I'm looking where I can make some money.
Okay.
Some decent money, but I'm looking for a livelier place.
Roll investigation.
Okay.
I got names if you want names.
I got names.
I got names.
You can use your names because I bet you your names are better than the ones I have. Oh, I still have a level of exhaustion, correct?
1. Correct.
Yeah. So that's investigation at disadvantage.
You do have 2
God.
mages from the chat.
I'm gonna use it. Oh, now they rolled the same. So 26.
Birds.
The first roll was an 8.
Where do you end up?
Kessler, where do I end up?
You end up at the twice lit candle.
Ooh, that does sound fancier than what I proposed.
It's
Okay.
twice lit because you go back for that second way. So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's cute. I liked it. So so yes, I will go there. Hopefully, kind of meeting what I was looking for. A little bit bigger, little bit bustly. I would probably wait until early afternoon-ish.
Sure.
But before attempting to do anything, I might kind of stake it out a little bit before.
Yeah. It's the equivalent of a Saturday.
And then I will just, make friends with some people, share stories that I've heard about great ships and their captains and their crews and the pirates that they faced, and I will spin this elaborate tale, and that eventually just gets into a little. Every time I think I have that spell, I don't. That's okay. So I'm strumming along as I'm telling this story, and then, what shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. And I'll keep singing, and it's repetitive enough that I'm hopefully going to get some people to join in with me. And I will have like a small bowl for money.
So that first song gets their attention.
Mm-hmm.
And you find that you've been invited up on stage.
Oh dear. Oh, well, all right then. Hello. Yes, I would have gone somewhere with a stage. Yeah, that's fair. So, I will just sit my happy self down, and I will be thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. I do have a little song I could play you, and I'll start strumming on the lute. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ear and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Ooh, gonna try with a little help from my friends. Oh, gonna fly with a little help from my friends. And I'll do a little ditty, and yeah.
Roll a D100.
D100. Oh, I don't get to do this often. It's really exciting. Every time I get to roll a D100, I get excited. Whether it's for this or the terrible, terrible madness. 97.
Okay. Okay. Do you continue to sing? You got any more songs for us?
Well, I'll get them all excited and riled up, and then I will kind of quiet everyone down, and I'm constantly strumming. You know, like how people do in concerts, but they never really stop playing music. I don't remember the words of this song. I sing it all the time. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one there to dry your tears, well, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. And I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. Do do. Do 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 do. Yeah.
970 gold.
Okay, great. You're so generous. Thank you so much.
You gather not only the attention of everybody in the pub, but you've noticed that halfway through your first song, they have opened the doors and the windows. Afterwards, you are approached by a older woman, maybe in her late 50s. And she's a human woman with dark brown hair, kind of brownish eyes, kind of a mousy figure. Oh my goodness, that was incredible. Wouldn't you consider headlining for us tonight? We're expecting a big crowd.
Sure. I don't think I have any plans. I could ask. I have some friends I might have to see, but I sure.
Well, can you be here at 9? We'll pay you. You get a 10% of whatever comes in the door, and then I have a flat rate of 30 gold that I can give you.
Sure. Yeah. Yes.
He counts
Thank
970 gold. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the 30.
At this point, you look down and you actually see that. So, most of the gold has come from one person.
Is it who I think it is?
Who do you think it is?
I think it might be my fiance in disguise. Or maybe not disguise at this point. I don't know how disguised we are at this point in our lives. Are we really hiding?
Make a perception check.
Oh, but I have an advantage. Oh, I'm going to use my other advantage because it'd be really embarrassing if I did. Oh, no, that didn't help. Okay, 14. I'm not bad at perceptions. 14?
He is a man. He looks a little familiar. But you're very tired.
I'm still very tired.
And after he drops, you notice it's a sack of gold that he kind of drops.
Is he really tall?
Very tall. He goes and stands in the corner and kind of crosses his arms and watches you.
This is so awkward. Well, I will. I'm kind of looking at him, trying to figure out why he's like vaguely familiar. Awkwardly, you know when you like kind of think you recognize someone, so you're like trying to be discreet because you're like, what if you don't recognize them? That is 100% what she is doing, and she is discreetly staring as she does.
Make a deception check.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how discreet.
Okay,
you
this
are.
one I don't mind doing a disadvantage. Just roll a 1. That one I rolled better than before. 26.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You have both of those advantages have been given back to you now. Oh gosh, Mindy, come back!
Mindy, what?
Hold on, I just hit your video.
Oh, here I am.
Okay.
I didn't go anywhere. I was like, wait, I didn't do anything.
Leona used to do a lot of discreet staring in the beginning of the campaign. It was all she did was discreetly stare.
That's all I did was discreetly stare. Oh no.
Do you go up?
Okay.
Do you go up to him?
I know he's the one that put the gold in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I can do that. That's a nice, beautiful excuse. I can obviously talk my way out of it if it's not who I think it might potentially be, if it is anybody at all. So yes, I will gather my things, and I will walk over. Thank you. It's very generous of you.
Well, love, what's mine is yours.
Okay, I'm gonna lunge myself at him.
Yeah. He wraps you up and spins you around. And as he leans back, he says, I can't stay long.
Well, I guess most of the time we have. I have a show tonight.
I saw.
Are you going to be able to stay for that? How long can you stay?
I can stay one night for you. Yes.
I'm just gonna give him another hug. Actually, do you want to go shopping with me? Or you could probably find Eldon and Alexander. I actually do not know where Kesra went.
I think I do.
Oh.
I saw her earlier when I was looking for you.
Oh. How does she look?
Did something happen? Something worse than normal?
Yes. 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 Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
Can we walk and talk?
Yes, let's go find the others, shall we?
I have to do something first. You can go find the others and I will find you.
Oh, all right. Well, can we all meet somewhere?
Sure.
Okay. I'll go find Alexander and Eldon.
And probably Atlas.
I see. What does he look like?
Tall, dark, and handsome is what I wanted to say. Which is accurate. I mean, really can't miss the hair. So, mohawk, look for the little white. He is dressed in monk robes. Yes. Tall, dark, and handsome.
Very well.
I will reach for Ray's hand. I only have eyes for you. No time apart is going to change that.
I hear you. He'll give your hand a squeeze and walk away.
My shopping is going to be very brief because I have lots of money. I just need to find some diamonds.
My shopping is going to be very brief because I have lots of money. Yes.
But I know exactly what I want. So
you could
I'm
take
just-
about an hour to find 600 gold pieces worth of diamonds.
okay.
You
And
do
then
have to buy them separately, but yes.
Sure. And then I would also like to DM see if I can find a like apothecary or something where I could buy a potion or a salve, specifically for and it would probably, I would assume, be magical in nature, for scars.
Okay. The apothecary doesn't have anything, but they direct you to a temple of Sarenrae, actually. And they say that they direct you to Amy and Leonis' temple of Sarenrae. And say that they often will have regenerative potions like that.
Perfect.
Eldon and Alexander and Atlas, what are y'all doing? Alexander and Atlas are looking for the rest of the group, right?
Eldon and Alice,
listen,
maybe.
Eldon, we're going
Alexander
to-
has been off by
Wait.
himself all day.
Eldon. I knew there was a grouping I was messing up. Atlas and Eldon are looking for the others.
I'm
Alexander,
looking for alcohol, but yeah.
what are you doing, Alexander?
After breakfast, I probably retreat to my lab for a little while. I'm definitely taking a look at my arm, and trying to just kind of just poking at it and doing some arcane stuff. And eventually I want to try and go find Zytharia.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Um, 12.
These checks, whenever you're looking for something, usually I always, as long as it's above an 8, I usually give it to you. It's just a matter of how long it takes. So it takes you about 45 minutes to find her. She is in one of the last places you wanted to look for her. She is in the Temple of the Raven Queen in the Keep. There is a small shrine to the Raven. There's a much larger obsidian tower to the Raven Queen that is west of the Keep, but there's a very decorative, commemorative shrine to the Raven Queen within the castle, like a small chapel.
Okay.
She is just cleaning up and lighting incense and lighting candles. And Alexander, hello.
Good afternoon, Zytharia.
Good afternoon. How is your hand feeling?
Oh, much better. Thank you very much. I wanted to talk to you about that. To talk to you about that.
What can I do for you?
You seem to have some trouble reattaching it. I mean, I'm well aware it's not an easy task or something that one does at any given day. I was wondering if you might just share with me what happened there. I mean, I'm just kind of very interested in all things arcane. I have been since I was very young, so.
Of course. Well, I've been practicing as a cleric for a long time. 20 years at this point, and there are very few injuries that I cannot fix. The ones that I have found I have the most trouble with are when they are caused by necromantic energy. That energy, necromancy, it interferes with other things. Necromantic energy, it can be infectious. It can stay with you for a long time. So if I'm assuming, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming that your hand was chopped off with the use of necromantic energy.
Perhaps it was a sword. Perhaps he had suffused it with something.
Of course. I mean, did y'all tell her where y'all were?
No. Maybe.
Where were you?
We were in Wizard's Tower in over on the other continent.
Westbourne?
No. I'm sorry. I'm still a little bit muzzy from the other day.
East Haven?
Yes.
You were on Westbourne.
Oh, were we? Okay.
East Haven is the Elven continent.
Oh, okay. And Westbourne, I guess. There's a tower there outside of outside of one of the cities.
Talira.
Outside of Talira, and we had tracked our quarry there. So.
Well, if the wizard was a necromancer and he was using a blade, it is likely that he has suffused it with necromantic energy. That is to say that necromantic, that kind of arcane magic, it tampers with your soul.
I'm well aware.
Sure, of course, you're a wizard. Who am I to tell you? But, you could be feeling the effects of that for a few more hours, maybe a day or two more, and then it should be right out of your system.
I see. But, you've been a cleric for quite some time, Zytharia.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a very religious family as well.
Mm-hmm.
What is your opinion of what the soul is?
Oh, wow, that's a very big question, Alexander.
Yes, I know.
Well, personally, souls are what makes us mortal. Souls are what give us sort of a life force. They are our life force. They are what we use to access the weave, what we use to fall in love, to worship, to be with one another. And what we do with our soul can be very poignant and powerful. Some of us dedicate our souls to our god. When I die, my soul will go to the Raven Queen, and this will make her stronger.
So she consumes your soul?
Oh gosh, well, I mean, that's a bit of a way of saying it, but I don't know if she exactly consumes it the way we consume, like, bacon or French fries, or what are French fries? Or, food, but it's like I always imagine it as, the Raven Queen. She takes the soul where it belongs or where it's been claimed. Souls you can also bargain them away, and they can be used by devils. I know that devils do eat souls. It's really gross. They literally
Yes.
They put them in. It's so gross.
Yes, we've been dealing with them enough.
Yeah, they'll straight up eat it, and it'll give them power. But
How long can So the soul goes somewhere
Hmm.
when we die,
Depending on who you are and what you've done, yeah.
of course. Barring consumption by devils or gods. How long do you think the soul lasts?
So in this hypothetical scenario, this soul does not worship anyone. Is that what you're saying? Or just in general?
I think in general. I'm not saying someone who is lost. I mean, even perhaps someone who goes to the Raven Queen, but let's say your soul gets lost behind her dresser for a millennia. Is
I
it
see what
still
you're
good?
saying. Well, interestingly enough, I have a little bit of experience here. I had a
Really?
lover. I had a lover a long time ago. His name was Orion, and he died when I was young. And it was my goal, my life goal, to bring him back, even though he did not have faith. And I knew that even though, because he did not have faith, that he would go somewhere and he might be tortured there, that his soul would be in terror or pain or possibly who knows. Had he been a worshipper of a god, he would have gone to them. And I've heard stories about Mount Celestia. I've heard stories about Palor's worshippers, how they go and they become trees or crops or wheat, and that these crops in his realm are beautiful and shining and glowing and beautiful. I've heard stories of Serenray's followers. They are like small pebbles on the beach, each glistening in the seawater.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the soul is eternal. We know elven souls are eternal. They go back into a body when another elf is born.
Yes.
I think all souls are eternal, just not in the way that elves are, of course. I think that they last forever. I think but your question is about not whether or not they last, but what state they are in. Am I wrong?
No, I think I mean, this is all...
Theoretical, of course.
Yes, and really just... I don't know. I'm feeling particularly maudlin today.
Well, you know what? I understand. I spend a lot of time considering mortality. And it can be really terrifying, even for someone who has such a strong faith as I do. Sometimes I wonder what it's going to be like. If I will be accepted. I mean, I'm a high priestess, so I've got a pretty good chance.
I'm sure you will be accepted with open arms, Ithariel.
But I think about my friends who do not have faith. What will happen to their souls? Because in our world, it's not about whether or not you believe. There are many examples of gods working magic. They are real.
Oh, yes.
It's about
Quite.
whether or not you venerate one enough to give them your soul. And that's not for everyone.
Indeed. Well, thank you for your time, Ithariel. I think I have some work I need to get back to.
Okay. Well, if you need anything, you just let me know.
I will.
Hey, I've got your back, you know that, right? I consider you and I to be friends.
Thank you, Ithariel. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Oh, and do come by. I want to see your arm later. I just want to make sure that it's healing properly.
Of course. Of course.
Okay.
And I will head back to my lab and just kind of start working on some spells and doing various arcane stuff.
Will you rejoin your friends at any point?
If they find me, maybe.
Do we want to fast forward, scene cut to when you are all together again? Does anybody have a problem with that?
No.
Okay. Atlas, Eldon, Leona, go ahead.
Did I get my regenerator?
Yeah, you and I can do that in a roleplay addiction if you would like.
Perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. Atlas and Eldon, you find Leona shopping? And Leona, before he left, Ray told you where Kestra is.
No, I was hoping Ray was gonna go get her.
However,
No, we don't have to.
we're doing it now. We're
Okay,
doing
all
it.
right.
Too late.
Let's do it.
I mean, that makes sense.
Kestra, how drunk are you when Ray finds you?
Depends on how many hours I've been there.
4.
Very drunk.
You feel a hand on your shoulder. A gentle hand, but familiar, a familiar touch. He's unfamiliar.
Can I help you?
Kestra, it's me, Ray.
Ah, shit, fancy pants.
Sorry. Can't exactly go walking around now, can I?
No.
You, want to talk about it?
No. Not really.
I understand.
Suffice to say that
What?
we sure do have a lot of coincidences, fancy pants.
After all this time, you really still believe in coincidences?
Well, when my dead fiance comes back, yeah, I suppose I have to.
Oh, fuck. Really?
That would be why this is number 11.
This is getting really creepy. I'm going to need you to stop copying my life.
Trust me when I say it is not on purpose. Not at all.
Well, I'm here for you.
Thanks.
Wait, were you engaged to her?
Basically,
It was understood.
yeah.
She's still alive?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
A lot better than her being dead.
A lot or not?
A lot.
Okay.
Except she went through a fuck ton of shit, and all of it was because she was associated with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So of course, the moment she could make her own choice, she got as far away from me as she could. Immediately.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yep. Hey,
What?
hey, hang on. Make it an even dozen, real quick, if you don't mind. Wait a minute, Jeremiah. He didn't actually tell me his name.
Busy, I see.
Please. I can't feel my ass, fancy pants. I haven't moved
Did
in.
not need to know that. I really didn't.
Yeah, but I need to say it. I don't think I've moved in since I got here.
Well, I told the others where you were.
Why would you do something like that?
They're looking for you.
Alright, fuck. I'm gonna take the, I assume 12th beer that I have paid for, because believe it or not, I do pay off my tabs when they're my tabs. I'm gonna pick up the stein. I'm gonna bring this back, and I'm gonna miss, and I'm gonna try again, and I'm gonna miss, and then I'm finally gonna put a hand on Ray's shoulder. I don't know if my legs work.
I'll go. Are you trying to go somewhere?
I guess not. Thanks.
What can I do?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay. He sits there in the quiet with you. Doesn't talk. His beard's grown out. You see he's because you're closer now, the illusion has faded for you, but everybody else still sees this kind of a different face.
Mm-hmm.
His beard's grown out longer and his hair's longer and he's got his crown on.
Really embracing the scruffiness, huh?
Not a lot of opportunity for shaving currently.
It's not a problem I have.
We don't need to talk about that. Regardless, yes.
Whack him.
You look like shit, by the
Oh,
way.
good. Feel like shit. I see I'm radiating the truth.
Well. Atlas, Eldon, Alexander, and Leona, this is where you find her, right? This is where you find Kesra. Atlas. Kesra is standing next to a stranger. There's something familiar about him, but you can't quite place what it is. Eldon and Alexander and Leona, Leona already knows, but Alexander and Eldon can make an intelligence check to see if you can see through his illusion.
I'm gonna break it if you don't recognize him, so it's not gonna matter in 3 seconds.
I rolled a natural 20.
Eldon, you
Of course,
recognize
Eldon recognizes him.
Of course I
your
do.
commander-in-chief immediately.
I'm not particularly paying attention. I rolled an 11, so
Sure. After a moment, you see Leona. Leona?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and give him a hug, and then I'm gonna stay there, like tucked.
Yeah, he pulls you into his lap.
This is your fault, Fancy Pants.
What is my fault?
What? How
You
many
guys-
you had?
She's trash.
Yes, I am.
We'll stand up for a second to greet Eldon. Firm reaches his hand out for he'll pull you in and give you a hug. The bro hug. Alexander, I'll shake your hand too.
Your Majesty.
Shh.
Oh.
Alexander, that's really not necessary.
Sorry, I was raised a certain way.
I know, but trying to keep a low profile. And now that you're close, you can see. As when you come into contact with him, you can basically see through it.
It's kind of hard to keep a low profile when you have Leona hanging on your arm.
It does. It is. You're not wrong.
Sorry, dear, but I don't know if you've noticed where we are, but Kesra has a very particular place she likes to get drunk, and it's a place where, let's say, you're drawing certain looks, dear.
Right.
Perhaps we could retire to somewhere that's a little more befitting of us.
I do have a plan for tonight. Assuming we can get Kesra off the stool.
And I'm assuming you are Atlas.
Indeed. You must be Leona's beau. Fiance.
You can call me Ray.
Nice to meet you, Ray.
I'll shake your hand.
She's extraordinary.
Yes, she is. Alexander, you have a better place in mind? I'm sorry, Leona, you had a better place in mind.
You know the better place in mind.
Oh, I do.
We're
Are
Are
going.
you so
alcohol?
drunk?
That was a dungeon master mess up.
We're going to the twice lit candle.
Yes.
Twice lit candle. I just had mine written down and I was like, that's not it. Twice lit candle. So I was, doing things and
Singing beautifully.
barding, and they offered an opportunity to come perform tonight. I mean, I could tell them no, but I figured maybe it would be nice to.
I think you're absolutely right. I think we could probably use some levity.
I agree.
And a chance to hear you sing would be fantastic.
While y'all are talking, Eldon's already gotten himself a beer.
Joseph,
And
Joseph,
it's gone.
he's yeah.
Joseph,
Joshua,
I don't think we
whoever.
need any. I think maybe we're good for right now.
Mm.
Well, can we at least relocate and then you can enjoy the drinks
Mhm.
at the twice lit candle?
Yes, ma'am.
The stool and I
Kesra?
have become one.
How much for
I'll
the mug?
help you up, Kesra.
Oh,
Ray.
how much?
Shove it.
Ray
Are
wraps
you
an
gonna?
arm under
Are you
yours
gonna?
and
Are you,
lifts
are you
her
gonna
up.
put the mug back on the table?
No.
Okay. How much for them? Can I just keep that? I'm so sorry. Okay, I'll just-
Ray tosses the person a gold coin.
Keep in mind, too.
Okay,
I'll put down a gold
some
coin
more
for-
gold.
For Eldon.
These are mugs. They're not worth a gold, y'all.
We're
I
being
don't have
polite.
anything else. I only have gold.
Jehoshaphat, you're welcome.
If you do not stop flashing your wealth, they're going to try and mug us.
Oh, I kind of hope so.
Okay, let's leave now before this escalates any further. Come on, come on, come on.
You looking for a good fight, Eldon?
Nope.
No?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
I mean, that might feel good, but it's fine.
You need to blow off some steam, Eldon.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You want to play my lute?
Do you
That
want to
works for
go
me.
around?
I was going to offer, but Atlas, if you'd like. You two.
Oh, Ray. I mean, by all means.
Let's relocate.
Probably wise.
I am leaning very heavily on Ray, and it does
I'm-
take a few seconds to get my legs underneath me.
I'm awkwardly not sure how to help, so our hands are just up to pretend like I am helping.
Ray actually puts his hand on Kesra's shoulder and casts Lay on Hands. 5 points. You are cured of poison.
Sucks to be you.
I'm gonna punch him in the shoulder. I paid money for that shit, fancy pants.
I will buy you more drinks. I just don't feel like carrying your ass all the way to this bar.
Lazy bitch. God.
Says the
That's the-
woman who can't even walk herself. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's not a person. Paylor's might.
So, right.
Make your way to
The twice lit candle.
the twice lit candle. And that is where we will pick up next week.
If those touched by fate, then